John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.
Hello, everyone. This is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience. Over here at the Kimline Village, where each one reach one, each one teach one. One brick, one building, one block at a time. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And we show that we care about the things that we do. If you just take a good look around and see what we do, you'll know that we have to care. Because things make a difference. A lot of times, it don't make a difference to people what you do, what you say, how you act. But it makes a difference to us because, as I often say, based upon decisions that you make brings about consequences. And the consequences could be good and no matter what. But I got a chance just the other day. I run across some people, and this time of the year, everybody do needs a handout, a hand up, or a lending hand. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that they had to lean on is no longer here. So it's somewhat what I would say a double whammy. You're in a state of depression, oppression, anxiety. You're dealing with a lot of things, as well as the holidays itself. You're looking at pictures, you're looking at spaces, you're having dinner, and reminiscing on there was a time when certain ones was there that's no longer here with us. But those are the times that instead of getting in your pity party, you begin to think about the good times that you shared with those people. The laughs, the grins, the fun, the poking, and the playing with one another. The things you did not personally set out to make one another smile, but the things that you did and that made you smile and that made others smile around you. We don't set out just to say, well, I'm going to make somebody smile, I'm going to make them do this or that. But it just happened. And I was talking to my sister just a couple of weeks ago, and we was doing some things, and even in my souvenir book, we made mention that we didn't realize that we was making memories. We were just having fun. But in the having fun, we was also making memories. And that's the good part. I tell people, and I would ask you go, if you haven't been already doing it, start thinking about taking pictures. And a lot of times people say, well, I don't have a camera or whatever. But if you have a cell phone, 9 times out of 10, you have a camera on your phone. Take pictures of your loved ones and the people that you love being with and being around. And some of the funny things that they do, or you can take the time out every now and then and just kind of look back at those pictures. Like I say, you don't realize that you're making memories. We were just having fun. And I think about my brothers, the 3 of them has gone, a couple of sisters, and my sister used to look at me and poke fun at me every now and then. She would call me knucklehead. And her complexion was a little bit darker than mine, and I just told her, oh, shut up, darker than me. That's because I couldn't think of anything that's clever to say, so, but it was all in having fun, and we laughed it off and kept it moving. But most important, we enjoyed being around one another. We enjoy the family. I tell people, my father have told me, and I tell my children, family, family, family. And we have family if we don't have anyone else. And my dad would often sometimes say, John, do what you love with the ones you love. So the people that you love, have fun, enjoy them. Take the time out and let them know how much you care about them, how you feel about them, what you wouldn't do for them. Because once they're gone, it's too late. And I know in my coming and going in the last 2 years or so, at least 2 years, if not a little bit longer, I knew after my father passed, that was the hardest thing I ever had to deal with in my life. But he had COVID and he was in the hospital for about a little over 2 weeks. And I'm used to seeing my father every day just about, especially if we didn't see each other at least 2 to 3 times a week. I definitely saw him on Sundays. We look forward to seeing him. He would come down, he would drop my mother off at the hospital or the doctor's office or the beauty salon, and he would stop at McDonald's and get a cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, 2 sausages and biscuits. And he would come by here and we sit down and just talk and reminisce about different things. And I miss that. But I know he's in a better place now. But I still miss him. But I can think about the good times that I had, the times that I shared, and how many times he told me how much he loved me, how much he appreciated me, and how much I let him know that I love him and appreciate him. And because he was my father, he was my pastor, he was my hero. I learned a whole lot from him, a whole lot. I learned how to be a man from watching him, the things that he did. But I learned so much from him, and he just drilled in us, family, family, family. So I would say to you, family, family, family. Remember, you have your family if you don't have anyone else. Who can you really lean on? You have some people that you can't lean on, but there's no one like family. And my dad, like I say, he passed a little over 2 years ago. And the hardest part about that, he was in the hospital, and we saw him before he went in, but the next time we saw him, he was gone. So that was a bitter pill. But from there, every day after he passed, the day of his funeral and afterward, my mother began to drill in us, family. We have each other. Take care of your business. Love one another. Love your family. Love your children. Husband, love your wives. Wives, love your husband. Husband and wife, love your children, your grandchildren. And let them know how you feel. Don't let it be no secret, but let them know how you feel about one another, because once you're gone, once they're gone, to reminisce, and I'm sure a lot of people can say, I wish I would have done this, and I wish I would have done that. But it's too late. And I know during those last 2 years that my mother prepped us and was getting us ready for her homegoing. And I knew she was doing so, and I let my family members know, whatever mom wanted, give it to her. Whenever she wanted, give it to her. However she wanted, give it to her. If it wasn't going to hurt her, give it to her. My sister Monique and I, we took her to Mississippi roughly about 4 times last year. We took her to Chicago a couple of times. We took her to St. Louis several times. The feeling, whatever she wanted to do and wherever she wanted to go, it was a little stressful on us. Because she was the only mother I had, and we loved her so dearly. And there was nothing that she wanted that if we couldn't have, we would not deny her or be proud of her. I wanted her to live long as she wanted, not want or hurt or be in pain, as long as she was living. And that's love. They say, well, what love got to do with it? Love has everything to do with it. Because when you really love someone, you would do all you can to help them. Now, some people would say, well, if you love me, you'll do this. Well, love don't hurt. And when you ask someone in some cases and sometime or the other, sometimes we would ask someone to do something. Well, if you love me, you'll do this. But if it's going to hurt you, if you ask me because I love you, that's why I'm not doing it. Sometimes love hurts. But they say tough love, but it's real love because you realize what someone is asking you to do at that point in time is going to hurt them. It's something maybe good to them, but at that point in time, it's not good for them. So just remember, you have family. Love one another. You have friends. Treat them the way you want to be treated. There's nothing wrong with loving your friend. Love everybody. Treat people the way you want to be treated. We talk about respect. Respect people. Respect them the way you want to be. How do you get respect if you're not getting it? You know how to feel when people's not respecting you. Say, at one point in time, I'm sure someone will say, they disrespected you. Have you thought about how many times have you disrespected others? So, but they say what goes around come around. Take a good look in the mirror at yourself. And when you point your finger, remember that index finger is pointing one way, but that thumb is pointing right back at you. So take a look in the mirror. Think about what you do. Think about those decisions that you make. And remember, if you would have made a better decision, or if you would have made another decision, something else would have happened. Sometimes my dad used to say, why would you keep running into the wall, knowing you can't go through it, and you bounce back off of it, and you stand there and you shake it off and you get yourself together and you look at it and you run back into it again. He said, it's time to make another decision. Maybe you ought to start thinking about it and realize that you can't go through the wall. Maybe you should either try to go over it or around it or up under it. You don't just keep running into the same wall. That's a bad decision. Remember, and I hope that there's something that someone would get something out of. And remember, this is that time of the year. Call someone and let them know that you're thinking about them, that you care about them. Because it makes you feel good. Every now and then, I have family in Mississippi. They would send me a text, let me know they're thinking about me, and it just makes me feel all good and warm inside, and I just smile to myself. And I text them back, and I let them know. And I was thinking about them. I'm glad that they text me or called me. Because every now and then, we have one of those down moments. And every now and then, I can be at church or I can be at home and look at them. And I look at my mother's picture and I look at my father's. And I have that brief moment or two. And I get a little depressed, a little back and out. But I think about Mom, and she would always say, God, you got to keep it moving. And I think about what my father would always say, son, if anybody gonna make it, you're gonna make it. I'm not worried about you. Hopefully, like I said something to encourage someone. Each one reach one, each one teach one. I'm over here at the Milan Village. The address is 7701 Harper, Detroit, Michigan, 48213. Phone number is 312-921-1616. For each one reach one, each one teach one. One brick, one building, one block at a time. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And thank you for listening.
John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on licmc.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m. John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on licmc.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m. Akubalon Village presents youth field trip events Fridays 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. ages 5 to 17. $10 per person. Minimum 10, max 15. Saturdays and Sundays 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. $200. Minimum 10, max 15. Includes a Kubalon special, hot dogs, chips, and punch. Akubalon Village's activities and amenities: air hockey, pool table games, video games, foosball, karaoke, movies, TV, cafe. Located at 7701 Harbor Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, 48213. For more information or to schedule, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. Credit cards, checks, cash apps, and Zelle accepted. It's our pleasure to serve you. Culinary pleasure. Have your next social event here at Akubalon Village. Recreation, Entrepreneur Cafe, Culinary Pleasure, Recreation, Education, Culture. For more information, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. CBiz Meet
818-7290. That's 248-818-7290, or email mildredmarion56@gmail.com. Sugar-free options available and catering in select areas. That's Millie's Munchies. You're listening to Friends, a ADI Actors and The Mogul Actors Club presentation.
Hey guys, have you heard of that sitcom called Powder Puff? I got the trade one.
Alexis, have you heard about the new sitcom that they're raving about?
Oh, yes, I've heard all about it. As a matter of fact, they have a trailer out. Sounds funny and cool. Have you heard about Julia?
Can you just play it now? This is so exciting. We're all working. It's all on you. I heard about it. It's a hot topic in there.
All see the new actors in that new sitcom looks like it's coming out. It looks interesting. It's called Powder Puff.
I'm just hearing about all this from y'all. Let me check the internet to see if I can find more information about it. Here it is. The trailer is on social media already. I'm playing the trailer now.
Powder Puff sitcom. Class A. Trichet. Persnippete. Smarte. Vanity. Plus Lexi. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
I'm the one with all the brain. I'm witty and I'm beautiful too. Yes, I have brains and beauty all in this package. Me, I am smarte.
Vanity is my way of life. I must have it my way every day. The very best is for me because I am the best. You'll see it. Vanity is my way. And I said, my name is Vanity.
Powder Puff sitcom. Class A. Trichet. Persnippete. Serendipity. Smarte. Vanity. Plus Lexi. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the man for the girls. They need me to hold it down. I'm handy and I know what I do. This is Benny.
Hi, this is Sylvia, your licensed mechanic. Get your oil changed every 3,000 miles.
Village and Brother Bianchi presents Dr. Ben said Wake Up, 2-day call to action at Acubalon Village, Blue Nile Ballroom, 7701 Harper Avenue in Detroit, Michigan.
John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.
If you or someone you know is thinking about suicide, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Common Ground, helping people move from crisis to hope. We're available 24/7, offering professional, compassionate mental health services. Call anytime at 800-231-1127. That's 800-231-1127. Common Ground, helping people move from crisis to hope. If you need a listening ear or someone to talk to, if you're emotional or going through something at this time, just give them a call anytime. It's Common Ground, 800-231-1127. That's 800-231-1127. The National Sexual Violence Resource, National Sexual Violence Resource Center. If you need assistance, you can call 800-655-4673. That's 800-656-4673. Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Hotline Network. You can call 800-656-HOPE. That's 800-656-4673. Information for survivors, family and friends, advocates and educators, as well as the media and press. Our mission, NSVRC, provides research and tools to advocates working on the front lines to end sexual harassment, assault, and abuse, with the understanding that ending sexual violence also means ending racism, sexism, and all forms of oppression. Call 800-656-HOPE. That's 800-656-4673, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center.